So it is Saturday, 11 a.m. here on the East Coast. Let's talk about the last two pieces here today, and then we'll cover everything. And that's going to be global and the lifestyle bonus. The global bonus, now this is for, you got to be thinking big to even get your head wrapped around this. The company has come out with a global bonus. It'll be a quarterly payout. And what it is our top three levels, which are Crown, Crown Ambassador, and Crown Envoy, or Envoy. Wow, I'm getting worse and worse. Here we go. There we go. They're going to be paying out up to, setting aside 2% of the company and paying this out. If you reach the Crown level, these are the top three levels. This is level 7, level 8, and level 9 of a 9 level, right? They're going to set aside 2%, and if you're Crown, you're going to get 1 share. If you're Ambassador, you get 2 shares, and if you're an Envoy, you get 3 shares. And so the company and our founder, Chairman Joe Zhao, this is his third billion-dollar company, guys, right? One he did in the field, one he did as an executive, and the third he did with his own company as the owner. And he says he's done billions before. This is not a new deal for him. He says, really the goal here is to do $3 billion in the next 5 years. Just think about that. If it's $3 billion, 2% of $3 billion, do you know how much that is? If the goal is $3 billion, just to put a number on this, 2% of that would be $60 million. What if you had 1 share? What if there were 10 shares that quarter being handed out and you had 1 share of $60 million? That's $6 million. In addition to the retail, the fast start, the star maker, the team bonus, the pay plus, the leadership bonuses, and the lifestyle bonuses. This is where this company's headed. For those of you who don't know, Chairman Joe Zhao, he's got leaders in China. And by the way, we're going to be pushing for China here in the next couple of months, getting the licenses in place. That's really the second biggest economy in the world. It's either us or them, and we're going to have both. But he's got people over there, networkers, that won't even look at a compensation plan unless they can see 1 to 2 million a month out of it. Think about that. Okay, so Joe is already playing big, and he keeps saying, keep thinking bigger. So the global bonus is massive, and it's for those who go to work and do all the basic stuff. Okay, that's where it starts. Hey, Terry. I see you. Lifestyle. Lifestyle bonus. When we were Tavala, the lifestyle bonuses range from $350 up to $2,000. Now, I'm not sneezing at that, because when we started getting the $2,000 bonus, that was cool. That'll make a dent in your budget, right? You'll notice that. Chairman Joe Zhao said, let's think bigger. Let's do something that other people don't do. Let's capture the imagination so we can attract more people and get people already here to create an amazing lifestyle bonus. Now, most companies have car bonuses. They have different types of bonuses. Some say you have to get a certain type of car. Some say it has to be a Lexus, one of these 3 colors, a BMW, whatever, and they'll give you, $500 to $1,000 a month, maybe a little more, right, to cover the cost of the car on a monthly basis. That's not thinking big enough. So what the company's decided to do, based on how Joe wants to play this, is instead of a car bonus giving you a monthly stipend, they just said, just give them the car. So as you hit certain levels, and they're going to publish that very shortly, you're just going to get a car. You're going to earn it, okay? You're going to have to earn it by hitting certain levels. But instead of having payments, what if they just said, what car do you want? Here's the car, here's the keys, it's yours. There are no payments. They're also doing it on a home. Guys, this is the most lucrative compensation plan, the biggest thinking compensation plan I've ever seen. And this is not pie in the sky because it was put together. And actually, Joe put our comp plan together. He's done this before. He's had these results. When he was the top person in China for Nu Skin, back when he was a distributor like us, his organization was doing about 80% of all of Nu Skin's business. Now, Nu Skin had about 32% of their business in China. He was doing, him and his downline was doing 80% of that. If you look at the numbers from Nu Skin back then, that would have put his organization doing about $225 million a year in sales. And back then, he likely was making at least a couple million a month, 24 to 28 million a year in that. He knows how to play this, okay? And then he built revenues to Nu Skin over $1 billion in China. Then he did it as an executive. Then he did it with his own company. He knows how to make this happen. For those of you who are already signing up, there's 4 of us so far, actually 5, who are going to California on the end of this month for a 2-day retreat with Joe. They were setting it up for about 30 people. It's $500. That covers 2 nights of hotel, your food, and you'll get $500 worth of product. So basically, you can think of it, I'm buying product and I'm getting the weekend with a billionaire for free, or I'm paying for the weekend for the billionaire and I'm getting product for free. However you need to look at it, right? We're going to be there. Okay, so the last one is called the lifestyle bonus. They're going to add another piece for travel, but they're still trying to vet that out. There's some resorts in the world. I think it's Aman, A-M-A-N. Google that. These are the 34 resorts, and they're exclusive, and they're expensive, and they're spectacular. So we understand, and Joe understands how to promote this, okay? So that's the last 2 pieces of the comp plan. So why don't we just do a quick review for you guys who have watched the previous 3 days videos, or maybe, this would be a great review and a little bit of a quiz for you. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to go through it fairly quickly and ask you to go back and look at the other ones, okay? So number 1, retail bonus. Retail bonus is just the difference between our promo price and your wholesale price. So if you sell a box of trim, it's the promo price is $67.50, right? Okay, use your promo code. Your wholesale is $60. Oh. The difference is $7.50 retail. May not look like a lot, but you start getting, we have a couple hundred customers. That adds up. Okay, so that's retail bonus. Really simple, really easy, and your customers get a 10% off. How cool is that? Fast Start. Fast Start, and they did a change here that I've never seen before. They're going to give you Fast Start for life. Not that you have to re-qualify every month. You still need an active auto ship, right? Or a subscription, as we call it here. But basically, there's 2 groups here. One is somebody who's brand new enrolling, and the next one is, how about us guys who have been here for a while? Okay, let me share both of them. This is for new enrollees, okay? If they come in with a 200 PV order, which would be like our start pack, right? They will get 10% Fast Start. That means anybody that they enroll, they'll make 10% off of every one of their orders for their first month. So everybody they enroll, every one of the orders for their first month at 10%. If they came in at 500 PV, which would be like our share pack, they'd get 15% Fast Start, and that's for life, okay? And if they come in with 1,000 or bigger order, they're going to get 20% on people they bring in their first 30 days worth of orders. Not just the first order, but every order they place in those first 30 days, they're going to be into this, okay? So they're going to they get to choose, okay? So this is not for a customer. This is for someone like perhaps, well, I know it's like for me, but perhaps like you, to make more money. Okay, now, let's add this to it. Existing people like you and I, okay? If you were here prior to August 1, so up through the end of July 31st, okay? You can get the 20%, or actually you can be grandfathered in if your total personal, what you bought for yourself, orders, whether it's auto ship, subscription, whether it's just say, hey, I need another couple bags of trim, whatever. If your personal order exceeded 1,000 1,000 or more PV since the beginning of when you got here. Tavala, when it started 2.5 years ago. Okay, back almost 3. Next month will be 3. Well, no, yeah, next month will be 3 years. So if your personal volume is 1,000 or more, you've been here prior to August 1st, you're grandfathered in at 20% fast start. Okay. Let's say you've only been here for 2 months, and maybe you haven't hit 1,000. So if it's less than that, if you will purchase at least 500 PV by the end of this month, you will be grandfathered in at the 20%. Okay? So big advantage. You made a decision. You're already here. Now, you can purchase the 500 or sell 500. Get somebody to come in with a share pack, or get 5 people to come in with 100 points. Okay? So 500 yourself, or your new sales. I'll double check. I think that needs to be brand partners. Let me just take a quick look. See where we are. Doesn't say right there. So there's the promo that's covering that. But 500 cents. You can both get there, okay? Cool. Hey, Bob. Cool. So that's fast start. You've seen this more than once. Starting to make sense? Hope so. Star Maker. Let's change colors. Star Maker says, here's you. You bring in somebody on your right, someone on your left. You have 100 PV. This is Star Maker. Okay. You bring someone, a brand partner on your left. Whoops. At 100 CV. A brand partner on your right at 100 CV. You became a star. Now, when you assist these people, and it may not be the first one, maybe it's the second one you bring in, but let's just follow this. Assist this person, or the people you bring, every person you bring in, to bring in their 2 at 100. You're now a Star Maker. $25. Okay? You can do this unlimited times. Everybody you bring in. But what it does, it edifies you for doing the basics of the business. If you want to get to the leadership, the global, and the lifestyle bonuses, this is where it's at. You can't jump into this today. You can jump into this today, okay, by helping your people get going. And let's say you bring in somebody else. Let's say you're helping these people and you decide you keep working, right? And you bring in some other people that are down here, let's say. That's you're personally enrolled. Guess what? You can help them. Same thing, right? With 100 PV, $25. Do it over here, same thing, $25 more, okay? But notice what you're doing. You're starting to get this thick organization. You're starting to grow the business. That's what the Star Maker is all about, okay? If you watched part 2 of 4, I got into a program that I learned from Mark J called the 3 Deep pattern. Okay, 3 Deep pattern, which is exactly this. This is how Mark built a couple of massive organizations, because he understood that if you're not transferring the knowledge, if you're just signing somebody up and say, hey, go to Team Viiva and get trained, you're not going to have this kind of results. You're not going to develop that knit team and that really strength inside your team. And you're going to always be starting over. This is critical, okay? So Star Maker, cool place. Cool way to play. Okay, Star Maker. What was the next one? Team bonus. That really hadn't changed since the other comp plan. Team bonus, you are pay. There's you again. We're going to say this leg is your small leg, right? And this leg, you got some superstars in there, and they just took off, right? And you got people finding people. This is how it goes, guys. Building legs. You know, this is how it happens. And you'll notice I'm drawing this pretty accurately. Not everybody runs at it, right? Welcome to the real world. But those who do. So on a team bonus, you earn 10% of your lesser leg each week. Not the lesser in terms of people, the lesser in terms of volume. So let's say your volume here is 2,000 on this leg, and your volume here is 10,000, right? You would make 10% of the 2,000 this week, right, which would be $200 this week. Since they took 2,000 off of this side, they're going to take 2,000 off of the other side for the next week, and you'll start here at 0, beginning of next week, or Saturday morning, like we are today, and over here you're going to start at 8,000. You had 10, you took away 2. That's team bonus, okay? 10% lesser leg, maximum payout per week is $10K, $10,000 per week, maximum, okay? Other companies that have this comp plan, and we're going to get there pretty quick, guys, you're going to see people maxing out. That's $40,000 a month just in the binary, just in the team bonus, okay? And you can do it. Okay? Team bonus, Pay Plus. Let's talk about Pay Plus again real quick. Pay Plus is a unique program that says if you're not building, you're only building one leg, right? You can get paid 5 levels deep at 2% a level. So let's say you brought in this person, that's your first person, right? You brought them in, but they turned around and got to work, and they brought in this person, and this person brought in this person, and this person brought in this, and maybe down like this, and like this. 5 levels deep, you'd make 2% at each level, right? Let's just keep doing it here. 2, well, we need one more. Right, this person brought in him, that's 2%. You can make 2% on each level. There's a monthly maximum of $1,000 income called Pay Plus. One of the things you hear in a binary, this ties into our team bonus, which is basically our binary. One of the issues you hear with the binary is, yeah, but I got to build 2 legs. What they're really saying is, I'm really not going to develop, I'm really not going to work it, but if they can bring in somebody who's a rock star, and everybody knows somebody who's somebody that could just take this on, whether they've done it before or not. But historically in this industry, when you brought in somebody, and if you didn't build a second leg, you didn't see anything here. Okay, you got nothing. But this allows somebody to come in. Now they're making some money, and if they want to, they can start building over here, right? Maximum's 1,000. So if they made, let's say they made 200 in team bonus, because now let's say this side went to 200 in the team bonus, right? The 10%. Right? They had 200 there. Maximum we said was 1,000. They could make up to 800 in the Pay Plus. So Pay Plus doesn't have to be just one leg, but if it started that way, they're still going to get paid on it. Okay? How fun is that? That's Pay Plus. Never saw that before in the industry. I think that's cool. Cool. Leadership bonuses. Why don't we're going to have to, let me tighten up my mic here, and we're going to take a little walk around the big desk. Over here, let's move this out of the way. So we don't have to rewrite this all out. I left it up from yesterday or the other day. Bam. So we have a leadership bonus. We have 9 levels. The first 3 levels, Gem, Pearl, and Emerald, pays out 10% based upon your people's check. This is a check match, okay? Part of the bonus. Leadership, meaning you've developed a team, so you're one of the leaders. Pays out 10%, and it pays down 3 levels. So if you had 4 or 5 people that were making, let's say their check was $1,000, say 5 people making $500, right? That's $2,500, and they're in those top 3 levels. Well, you'd make 10% of the $2,500, which would be what? An extra $250 on team bonus. Okay? Your volume to hit these levels, and you're seeing this in your back office when you sign in your dashboard, it's going to say what your next level is. But to hit Gem is 2,000 volume in your lesser leg of the binary. Pearl is 8,000. Emerald is 20,000. The next three are the diamonds. The diamond, the blue diamond, the black diamond. They're going to go down a total of 6 levels. You're going to get paid 10% on that too. So if you have people that far deep, that's all going to come back up to you, and you're going to pay 10% on everybody who earned a check in your organization 6 levels deep. Okay? Now here's the crazy part. They have the 3 top levels, Crown, Crown Ambassador, and Envoy. They're offering 10% there too, down 9 levels. I've not seen that before. I've seen 3, I've seen 5, I've never seen 10. Okay? So this is very lucrative. This is for developing the team. After you went to work on the retail, on the fast start, on the, well, let's head back over there. On the fast start, Pay Plus, leadership, all that stuff, all that daily stuff, you can make some big money that way, okay, with the leadership bonus. I'm going to cover one thing we hadn't covered yet, and this will be the last thing we cover unless you guys got questions. So here we go. To maximize the compensation plan, how much do you need to buy? Okay, so So 50 PV, 100 PV, 200 PV. Okay? So your personal auto ship, 50, 100, and 200, what is it to play at each one of these levels? At retail, you can earn 100% of the retail bonus with having only a 50 PV auto ship. Okay? Pretty cool. Same thing, so you'd be 100% here, 100% here. Okay? I'm going to change some colors just so it's a little easier to follow. Plus, I like colors. All right, fast start. Fast start, if you have a 50 PV order, you can earn 50% of the fast start. Oh, whoa. When we talked about you can make 20% on a fast start, if you've only got a 50 PV order, you're only going to get 10%. Okay? At 100 PV, you're going to get 100%. At 200 PV, you're going to get 100%. Okay? Star Maker, right? This is where you help you bring somebody in, you help them get their first 2, making that $25. If you have a 50 PV order, you're going to make, let's change colors again. You're going to make 50% of the Star Maker. So instead of 25, you make $12.50. If you're 100 or 200, you're going to make 100% of it. Team bonus. Team bonus. Let me just section some of these off. Team bonus. If your auto ship is 50%, or I'm sorry, 50 PV, you will earn 50% of the team bonus. So if you had a team bonus, 10% or less a leg, let's say you had 2,000 volume, 10% of that would be $200, but if you only had 50 PV, you'd only make $100. Okay? You'd make 100% of it with 100 PV and 100% of it with 200 PV. Okay? Pay Plus. We talked about Pay Plus. Pay Plus, you can build on one leg. If you have 50 PV, you can earn 50% of the Pay Plus, right? So it's up to 1,000. Yours would be up to 500. You can earn 100% if you have 100 PV and 100% of the Pay Plus if you had a 200 PV. Okay? Now it's going to change. Leadership, global, and lifestyle. The only way to participate in these is to have 200 PV. Oop. You get 100% at 200 PV. Okay? So you get to decide how you want to play. It's your business. What I like about this is this. The company is saying, listen, if you want to play a little smaller, that's absolutely fine, but we're not going to pay out the way it's going to pay out over here. What I like about it is this. It requires everybody in your downline, like it's required of us. We have one person above us, Zan Orlacher, who made millions with Mona V. For us to maximize ourselves out, so this is a personal decision. Do we want to stay at 50 PV, or does it make more sense to be at 100 or 200, right? Well, because we always start acting like the leader before we're making the money. which is a secret of how to make the money. You got to start acting that part. I'm not saying go out and spend money. I mean, spend the money, but then act like a leader, right? Because when you start doing that, you start resonating and start attracting other leaders. So here's how you see the breakdown. At retail, everybody gets 100%. If your PV is only 50, you're only going to get 50% of the maximum you could be getting out of Fast Start, Star Maker, Team Bonus, and Pay Plus. You want to maximize it, bump it up to 100. What I love about that is the 100. If we had everybody on the team doing 100 PV, 12,000 people, that'd be crazy, right? So $1 million, what is that, $1 million a year, a month in orders? 2 more zeros on 12,000. Yeah, it'd be 1.2, right? So you get to decide, and everybody, we always decide to benefit ourselves the most, right? So to maximize yourself, we're recommending, just do what we do. We're not saying you do it before we do it. We've already done it, right? We're already buying this. We're already doing at least that, actually a little bit more, okay? So understand how that part of the compensation plan works, okay? So what time we got here? Good, 11:27. I was figuring I'd be about a half hour today. So take the information. If you missed the first 3 sessions, I know I went through all of it again really quick, and this is all new news for many of you. So the action step I would take, and I've had people ask this, what are you guys doing right now? May I share that with you? Because sometimes, I know for me, I can have too much information. So here's what we are focusing on right now. Number one, we have a 200 PV auto ship. That's what the leaders do, right? So that's what we have. So this is just our game. You can choose to play it or not, but if you want results, I'm going to suggest this would be a way. It's sort of like the reason we're going to California at the end of the month, because I'm thinking Joe, a billionaire 3 times over, might just know a little more than I know. Yeah, think. Okay, so this is Joy and I. Since I always say Dave and Joy, this time I'll say Joy and Dave. Confuse you guys, right? So we have a 200 PV auto ship. Our focus right now, our main focus right now is in 2 arenas. Number one is the influencer program. The influencer program is a program that I believe is going to change this industry. It's what Joe thinks, and we are already attracting influencers. We signed up one this past week that had 20,000 followers. We've got another one taking a look. We've shipped product to that has about 100,000 followers. It's a friend of a friend, so as long as they find the products great, which should be fairly simple, we'll have somebody strong there. The influencer program, though, an influencer can earn 10% up to 25% of their monthly sales. Month, M-O-N-T-H, hello. Monthly sales, right? That's a lot of money. This guy coming in has, let's say he has 100,000 people. No, actually I did the estimate on 75,000. 75,000 people. If he just gets a 2% response, that's 1,500 people going to look at the website. If 300 of them buy just 1 box of trim or a pack of trim, right? 300 times 60 is 18,000. They'd make 10% of that, or 1,800. Good deal for these guys. And these guys are getting a 10% discount too. They're customers, right? 1,800. And guess what? 25% of the volume, which is actually 12,000 volume. 25% of that is what? Is that 3,000? 3,000 volume runs up our tree. 3,000, 10% in our team bonus. That's another $300. Just for somebody, an influencer signing in. Okay, so we're talking and working with influencers. There's some real money on the table for them, but this is a way that you don't have to train, you don't have to teach, you don't have to do what Sarah, a friend of ours, calls this industry adult daycare. You don't have to hold their hands. You have to just once, twice, 3 times a month. They need to post. Okay, so we're working the influencer program. Number one. Number two, we have the next easiest thing to do is the breakfast body challenge. let's have a quick chat about that. The Breakfast Body Challenge. When I first heard this, I went, really? You know, breakfast? That's not how you look at it. You break it down. It's called Break the Fast. Whether it's at 6 a.m. in the morning or your first meal of the day is at noon, one of the most important things you can do when you get your body edifying it is to break the fast. Because if you've been sleeping 6 hours, 10 hours, or if you then went on a fast for till noon that day, you need to break the fast, and it needs to be done with the proper nutrition to get the can out of it. This is Break the Fast Body Challenge. So don't get stuck on breakfast. People go, well, I don't eat breakfast. Well, it might be you're a little overweight. It might be the reason you're a little overweight, but you don't want to say that unless you're a lot bigger and you're on the phone. Okay, so, but break the fast, when you start looking at it, and you know, it's really funny, we used to teach this as a personal trainer, breaking the fast is very important. I have a few eggs and oatmeal every morning with berries and like that in there, and it just edifies my body, and I start burning and metabolizing faster because your body burns faster when it's got fuel and metabolism kicks up. That's what Trim does too. Great product to add to it. But this is so easy to share. Why? There's a $10,000 prize. First place. It includes a cruise for 2 to the Mediterranean. Right now, I think Joy and I are the only ones going to the Mediterranean. It's going to be a lonely time unless you guys get rolling. Okay, $10,000 you get plus for first place in a cruise, $2,500 for second place, $1,000 for third, and we're going to do 3 of these in a row, 3 challenges in a row, each of them having the same prizes, and then there will be a 50. I don't know if you guys can see this on the screen or not. Then there's going to be a $50,000 winner. That's easy to share. Hey, let's come join me in the weight loss, the fast challenge or the body challenge, and let's go for that $10,000. Let's lose some weight. Let's do great, but let's see if we can't get that right. So easy to share. If they say no, that's fantastic. But I bet you can put 4 or 5 people in a week into this. Okay, so those are the 2 areas that we're working on. Now, there's a lot more things coming out. There's new technology that the company has that we've been seeing from behind the scenes on the advisory board. It'll blow you out. The augmented reality, the artificial intelligence, and something that I think is coming in the next week or so is a new way to post to your page on Facebook or social media. And as it shows the video of one of the products on the page, like in Facebook, something will pop up. Say if they're talking about P3, or next to the side of the video, P3, will pop up. It's linked to you because you just posted it. They can click right there, don't have to leave Facebook. It can open up another page. They can buy it right there without ever leaving Facebook. Crazy stuff. So they're going to have videos loaded, plus and/or you can use your own video. People are looking for technology. Millennials are looking for technology. So we've got some stuff coming, guys, in terms of sharing this that nobody else on the planet has in this industry. Okay, so that stuff is coming too. So these are the 2 arenas that we're focused on. Both of these are fairly easy conversations. You can just ask out who's an influencer. You need to have 5,000 followers or more. They can get free product. There's no enrollment fee. They get a discount code. I mean, it's simple because a lot of these guys between probably 20,000 and 250,000 followers, they don't understand how to monetize or how to earn really real money from that list. Some companies will send them free product, but we're going to send them a way to make some real money. Okay, so this is exciting. Everybody we've broached it with is absolutely open if they've got the followers. Okay, and then the Break the Fast Body Challenge. This is an easy one. We're almost halfway through the first one. Still time to join. It's only 20% is your weight loss. So if you're thinking, oh, they've got 10 pounds to lose. Great, cool. That's only 20% of it. It's the transformation. It's everything. It's not just weight, okay? So what you did, how you became, how you grew, how your family was affected. I mean, there's all these things that are really powerful stories. But the Break the Fast. So that's where we're focusing on right now, okay? We're looking forward to the next event. We have some events that JC and Randy are doing. The event in California at the end of this month, if you can make it, get yourself there, and then the launch event in Utah in October. So we're going to be building toward events. So it's right now, the faster you go here, the bigger your team goes by the time you get to this launch event in October. So this is all focused into one thing. Keisha will have all the training done by then, and you're going to see just some tremendous stuff. Okay, so I'm going to step over here to the computer and see if there's any questions, just so I can read them a little bit quicker here. Terry, can I make this into a YouTube? Yeah, I'd have to wait till it's done. Yeah, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. Okay, so that'll give you the breakdown. That's what I got for you today, guys. Thanks for being, for you, those who have hit a couple or all of these sessions, thanks so much. The more I cover this, the more excited I get, which is how this works. You know, if you ever want to learn something, you teach it, right? So I always learn more than I teach when I'm teaching it. You just have to, right? So anyway, thanks for being part of this. Take these ideas, put them into action. That's how you get the results. Start simple. Start with the retail, the fast start, the star maker. Team bonus develops if you do those things, right? And then the leadership stuff, that all comes because you've done these top couple things. That's what I got. Have a fabulous rest of the day, fabulous weekend. You absolutely deserve it. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.